The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons. Unversüchlich.
Boy,
Our
I'd like
current
some white.
Waffenarsenal is a joke. And on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
Thank
I'm
you,
saying
waiter.
that the bandits who freed Hennig, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich?
Hey,
All
waiter.
I'm saying is
Pour
that
me some
they
monastery
have
wine.
them, Herrgott.
Sir?
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize
I
what
fancy something to
Schwierigkeit
hide. Refill,
this
boy.
is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you
Well,
want to defend
thank the
yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory, and the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
Isn't it the same thing?
So, the cleanliness of the city is
Come
not
here, friend.
what it should be.
And bring that red with
Current
you.
baths in the city
sorry,
fall
sir.
far short of covering
Orders
all
from
the
above.
citizens' needs.
Am I supposed
Right,
to die
Joe.
of thirst here,
The
or
woman
what?
named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink and wants to repair the bath.
Is everything all right?
There.
No,
She's a
but there's
protégé
nothing you
of
can do
Marek.
about it. I need something. There is a shizop. No one. Go and
Takes a firm hand. Soft, feminine feet.
Certainly, sir. I'll be right back.
come back with it straight away.
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend, bathhouse proprietor Adam. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nice.
Nor
Whose
overestimated.
silver might this be?
If someone needs to wash, there's a river just a few steps.
So,
I did.
not so. And now go.
Well, and while he's there, a man can shave and take a you-know-what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates
and the
him.
full cup.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit!
You know full well. Everybody knows.
Well,
he wiped the floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right.
Hey,
Let's not
boy.
burden the anointed
Full cup
monarch
of monastery
with such...
wine.
Me? Compose myself? Me? I beg your pardon. I demand
Sir?
that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
Thank you, waiter.
Speaking about the Routard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Routard? Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing
I
out.
fancy some
I
Tokai.
don't like Routard,
Refill, boy.
true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it. I heard there were several
Sir?
dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated.
Well,
I don't think Routard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom to us.
Boy,
it's
I'd like
now
some
run by
white.
the German Menhard. Who knows who that fellow is?
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster...
Don't hang
without a
around
shred
me.
of proof.
Vanish, you hear me?
We're not some old fishwives in the marketplace.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences are
Hey,
punished by
boy,
the bailiff.
a word.
And that's that.
Everything
there are
in
more
order?
pressing
Not
matters
quite.
to deal with.
But I think
More
you might be
pressing
able to
than
help
the
me.
open
Come here!
contempt of the whole town.
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while,
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
Planes over a beer, I'd soon be out of customers.
Ah, to hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
If someone has taken those gloves, you will answer to me. So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I counted 16, sir.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh, I thought you meant only the angels.
Go back to serving wine, blockhead.
There's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers.
I'll have
Right
a
under
cup of
our
white.
noses.
A nice
Just a
big
village
one.
with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those
Sir?
so-called craftsmen are a band of parasites. You pay them, they come late, or report sick. And if they do come, Their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's a waste of time. I tell you, a waste of time.
Adam, don't interrupt the proceedings with your drunken ranting.
Hey, boy! A full
Even
cup
if
of
you are.
monastery wine.
And as for you, Enderlin, haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, mein Freund.
You there,
Your
lad,
place is
a
at
cup
least
of
2
red.
steps behind
And
mine.
don't you skip
A
on me.
swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself
Come
a
now,
seat in this
waiter.
council.
I wanted red.
How dare you? I acquired my seat for the services
Thank
our
you,
guild
Peter.
provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Hopbrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh, this is news to me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Tücek Össe, Elegiop Katonaikat, ich Kelkinek Udra.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Unlike this plan of false!
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Mali?
The great Baron Brabant. He's got more fairy tales than my old nan.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with...
Do you know any of the guests?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home.
I wouldn't be too... How does it feel?
What can I say?
Or...
No fear of that in my case. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding?
I'll leave that to the older...
Dear me. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the...
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rub...
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and...